The boy who always talks back. Max was a clever boy. He always had something to say, whether it was a good idea or not. If his mom asked him to clean his room, Max would cross his arms and huff, "I'm not cleaning it. Why should I? It's not fair." If his dad called him to breakfast, Max would groan, "I don't want that for breakfast. I wanted pancakes." At school, things were just as dramatic. When his teacher asked him to be quiet, Max would shout, "Why do you always pick on me? I wasn't even talking." And if his friends wanted to play a game that wasn't exactly what Max had in mind, he'd say, "I don't want to play that. I want to play my game, not yours." At first, it felt kind of powerful. Max thought he was in control, throwing his words around like he was the king of the world. But the more he talked back, the more people seemed fed up with him. One morning, Max's mom asked him to put away his toys, and Max didn't like that one bit. "Ugh, I don't want to," he groaned. His mom gave him that serious look. You know the one. But Max didn't care. He stomped his foot and muttered, "You're always bossing me around." His mom sighed, her shoulders slumping. "Max, if you keep talking like that, it's going to hurt our feelings." But Max didn't care. After all, what did it matter if he was a little rude? He felt better when he let it out, right? Later that afternoon, Max went outside to play with his friends. He ran up to them, full of energy, and demanded, "Let's play my game." But his friends just stared at him for a second, then shrugged and said, "Nah, we're going to play something else." Max blinked. What? That didn't happen. He was Max. People didn't say no to him. But there they were, walking away. Max stared after them, blinking in confusion. "But I'm the one who knows how to play all the fun games," he grumbled. "Why don't they like me?" That evening, Max called his dog Buster to come inside, but Buster didn't come. Max stomped his foot. "Buster, come here right now." But instead of wagging his tail and rushing over, Buster turned and trotted off toward the bushes, completely ignoring Max. Max gaped in disbelief. "Why does everyone ignore me? What's going on?" Feeling very annoyed, Max went back inside and tried to talk to his mom, but she just gave him a tired smile and said, "Okay, Max, let's try to do better tomorrow." Max didn't feel like doing better. In fact, he was starting to feel kind of grumpy. Why didn't anyone ever just listen to him? Was he really that bad? That night, Max fell into a deep sleep, and oh, what a sleep it was. Boy, was it a strange one. Max woke up in a world that looked nothing like his room. Everything around him seemed to bounce and jiggle like jelly. The trees were swaying like they had too much coffee, and the sky was a swirling mix of purple and orange. Max thought he was dreaming, but it felt so real. He opened his mouth to say something, and boing, the words shot out like rubber balls. "I don't want to do this," he yelled. And the words bounced right back at him, hit his hand. Boom! Max stumbled back. He tried to run, but the words came faster and harder, bouncing off the ground like they had a mind of their own. "I don't want to clean my room," Max yelled, thinking maybe he could get away from them. Max tried to dodge them, but it was like being trapped in a giant, angry word machine. The more he yelled, the more the words came back at him. They didn't just bounce, they seemed to be multiplying, like some sort of giant word monster. "I hate this," splat. "I'm not doing it," bam. "You never listen to me," zap. Each word hit him harder than the last one, and he found himself covered in a pile of bouncing, angry words. He could hardly breathe. "This is horrible," he cried out. "Why does this keep happening?" Just as Max thought he might get buried under the word avalanche, a figure appeared. It was a wise old owl, perched on a nearby tree. The owl blinked at him and said, "Max, do you see what happens when you throw your words around carelessly?" Max blinked back at the owl. Yeah, they hurt me." The owl nodded. "Exactly. Words are powerful. When you speak with anger and frustration, they come back at you. They don't just affect other people, they affect you too." Max was confused. "But I didn't mean to hurt anyone," he said, rubbing his head. "I was just saying what I felt." The owl smiled gently. "Sometimes, Max, when we speak without thinking, we create chaos around us. But when we choose our words carefully, when we speak with kindness and respect, we can create peace." Max stared at the owl. Slowly, the bouncing words began to disappear. They didn't pop or explode. Instead, they just vanished, like they were never there. Max felt a sense of calm wash over him. Max woke up suddenly with a start, his heart racing from the dream. He sat up in bed, blinking in the quiet morning light. Was it just a dream? It felt so real. His mom walked in just then. "Good morning, Max," she said, smiling brightly. "How did you sleep?" Max looked at her, still thinking about the strange dream. "Mom, I had the weirdest dream. There were these words bouncing all over the place, hitting me, and I realized I was the one causing it." His mom raised an eyebrow, amused. "That sounds like a wild dream. What happened?" Max took a deep breath. "Well, every time I said something rude or yelled at someone, my words came back at me. They hit me, and it hurts. And then I realized I was making everything worse with my words, not better." His mom nodded thoughtfully. "Sounds like that dream taught you something important." Max's face lit up. "Yeah, I think it was trying to show me that when I talk back or say mean things, it doesn't just hurt others, it hurts me too. I never realized how powerful words are until they came flying back at me like 1,000 angry boomerangs." His mom smiled warmly, sitting down beside him. "That's a great way to put it. When we use words carelessly, they can come back to hurt us. But when we use kind and respectful words, we create better relationships with the people around us and with ourselves." Max thought about this. "I don't want to make things worse anymore, Mom. I want to be more careful with my words. I want to make people feel better, not worse." His mom gave him a big hug. "I'm proud of you, Max. It's not always easy, but I know you can do it." That morning, Max was asked to clean his room. Normally, he would have groaned and complained, but this time he looked around, then said, "Okay, Mom, I don't really want to, but I know it needs to be done. Can we do it together later?" His mom grinned. "That sounds like a great plan, Max." Later, when Max went outside to play, he smiled and said, "Can I join your game, guys?" His friends smiled back and said, "Of course, Max, let's play." And when Max called Buster to come inside, he said softly, "Come here, boy." This time, Buster came running, wagging his tail. Max smiled to himself. This felt good. His words were no longer bouncing back at him. They were connecting him with people and even his dog. From that day forward, Max was careful with the words he spoke. He knew they had the power to make people feel good or bad, and he chose to use them wisely. No more bouncing words, no more hurtful things, just kind, respectful words that made the world a little brighter for everyone, including himself. The end.